So, Pat, I wanted to talk. Earlier this week, I had a representative on my other program from this group called Kick the Can, or The Can Kicks Back, which is basically the youth division of the Fix the Debt people. You know, these guys are Pete Peterson, these billionaires who essentially want to cut Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
And over the course of this, the guy says to me, you know, Ed Rendell, Democratic, former governor from Pennsylvania, he supports this program of cutting entitlements. And the thing is, the reason why this guy drops the name, and this is why I'm bringing it up, the guy drops the name because Ed Rendell, as you know, is an MSNBC contributor. He goes on there every time, and he espouses this supposed centrist left perspective on MSNBC as a Democratic governor. They never, ever reveal the fact that this guy is part of this Fix the Debt, that he sits on the board of a financial institution that is pushing these policies so that people like him and the people he represents, they don't have to pay higher taxes. And so this is one of those examples, and we've talked about this many times in the past, that when you watch the corporate media, I don't care who it is or what organization it is, you're not getting the whole story. And more often than not, they're bringing out people with supposed bona fides who are trying to sell you some type of policy that is not in your best interest.
Well, it's worse than that. Look, how does CNN say that Soledad O'Brien is off the air? I mean, really? How do you say? First of all, she's great at what she does. She actually knows her material. She attacks the right. She attacks not just the right. She attacks anybody on there who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Soledad O'Brien is actually tuned in to issues that progressives care about. So what do? They get rid of Soledad O'Brien. Look, traditional media is in trouble right now, Sam. There's no question about it. People asking you, because you're participating in it too, is, our move to free speech TV. Well, why? Well, it's pretty easy. We go there because you don't have a network there that people. First of all, it's been building around for 12 years. It's predominantly been a documentary kind of vehicle, and now all of a sudden they're building out a real progressive lineup. I mean, you've had Amy Goodman, obviously. You've had Tom Hartman. You've had Packman. You've had some talent on there, but they've never. But this is the first time where they're saying, okay, let's build out a full-fledged current TV kind of lineup. And you know what? When current TV is not around, what does that do for free speech TV? I mean, it empowers free speech TV. So, I mean, we're moving there. We're going there because there is no party line there. I'm able to go on and I'm able to talk about Republicans and Democrats and anything in the middle that I think is inappropriate. I mean, if we're progressives, we stand for progressive ideas. Right. And that means if our party, we happen to be, I'm independent. You may be registered Democrat. I've been independent for a lot of years. But when I see something that's wrong, I got to talk about it. I don't care whether it's Democratic. I don't care whether Obama said it. If it's wrong and it runs contrary to progressive ideas in this country, we have to talk about it. And Free Speech TV, of course, gives us that vehicle.
And I think the other important aspect is, you have different networks who try to appeal and try and trade off sort of their coverage for access. The other important factor about this is that there's no sort of overriding corporate control.
Right,
I don't care
right.
how progressive you are as an individual. If you're working for a company that is owned by a major arms dealer, or if you're working for a company that's owned by a major entertainment, someone who owns the pipes for cable and for internet, that means there are certain topics that are going to be, frankly,
right.
taboo. And it's not a function that they will necessarily tell you. They won't go down to their host. It's just that the host that they have understand there's an unwritten rule, and more often than not, they choose hosts based upon people who are willing to toe the party line, and not necessarily a party line, but one that may be not so harsh on certain corporations.
Well, I mean, there's no speculation here. I mean, Radigan's gone for a reason. Soledad O'Brien from CNN, she's gone for a reason. You don't have a situation in mainstream media, no matter, I don't even like to call it mainstream media because it's really not. It's traditional media, but it's no longer mainstream. Mainstream is being replaced by things like Free Speech TV. So, yeah, we're going to be there, and there is no corporate sponsor. As a matter of fact, the national trial lawyers are going to be sponsoring the segment that you and I are going to be doing on there. And the truth is, they don't have an axe to grind. I mean, if we need to talk about Merck or Pfizer or Dow Chemical, they want us talking about those companies because they do so much harm in so many ways that the American public simply has no idea what's going on.
Well, I've said this for years and years, and certainly many times on this program, that I have a tremendous amount of respect for trial lawyers, plaintiff litigators. I think guys like yourself, Pap, and many of the people you work with are the last bastion we have to protect consumer rights, to protect our rights as citizens.
Well,
frankly.
our partner, our law partner, and our radio partner, Bobby Kennedy, my law partner, your radio partner, went to jail for what he believes in. I mean, he's done it several times, and it's because we're not answerable to a corporation. Who am I answerable to? Who are you answerable to? Nobody. And so that's what you have to have if you're going to have a dynamic, progressive voice. And so I can't stress it enough. I really do believe Free Speech TV is the new mecca for progressive voices, and I'm hoping people will start understanding the need to follow it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we get the media that we deserve and we support, and we have seen the proliferation, with the internet and with basically other outlets like Free Speech TV, of independent voices again that are not beholden to a corporate agenda and not beholden to the same sort of the careerist agendas that a lot of these people have, because they know there are certain areas where if they step on them, it's a landmine and it's gonna blow up their career. And we see people like you've seen it, whether it's Soledad O'Brien's or the folks like Cenk Uygur. If you don't buy into the fact that you're part of the establishment, you're on the outs.
Yeah. We're not going to be that Free Speech TV, I can promise you that.